Hello. In this video, I'm gonna record um, my study with or my practice with Docker volumes. So Docker volume is the way on how to make your Docker containers persist data. Because as we all know, Docker containers will get if they get terminated, all our data if it's saved inside the container will also get lost. Oh, sorry. So we need to save it somewhere, like maybe in the host of the container. So that is where or how the Docker volume comes in. And to demonstrate that, we have here an Angular application. This Angular application is reading from its asset JSON data.json, and it's in here. So if we are going to containerize this or dockerize this, this is going to be saved. The data.json will be included in the container, but when we do a Docker volume, I believe the Docker container and the host is going to share the a directory inside in the host. I think that's the way how to explain it. Okay, so let's try this. This is already we already have a Docker file. The Docker file is on like this. It's going to build the Angular application inside the Docker and build it inside the Docker the Docker container. So this is how to build the Docker, our Angular Docker image, and then we can run it as a container, something like that. And we have it in NGINX. So here, this is our NGINX, so that we can host the Angular inside the Docker container, and we can access it. All right, so let's begin. Before that, we're going to run the application without using the Docker volume. So we're going to build the Docker image. Docker build tag ab vx. So that stands for algebra burger and volume experiment. Then the file will be the Docker file prod. So this is the Docker file prod, and then in the same directory. Yes, that's it. All right, so let's build it. I think it's going to take some time. Right. A white girl, the tears running out the window. Okay, while waiting for it, you might. Hey, what happened here? Let's think we lost a connection. No. What happened? New patch version noticed. Deprecated. New patch version. npm. This is probably related to network connectivity. So it's an internet issue. Okay, so while we're at it, you might wonder how to use like something like this where you can just import the JSON into your Angular application without using the HTTP. This is first going to be configured in your tsconfig. We're going to add this resolve JSON module true and then the ES module interrupt true, and that's it. You can just read your JSON files inside your Angular. So it was very so I think 2 years ago I was working on a project where we need to have our Angular application configurable, and I didn't know that I can use this. So I'm using HTTP to read um, the JSON files, and seems complicated um, than this. So yeah, and I sad to say I have to pass it to somebody else because I jump on another job. Hey, what's up? Huh? You smell food? Smell good? And I know burning that in all these birds and I know. Yeah, takes forever. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Uh, and what other stories I can tell you guys so I can stretch my English skills here. Yeah, we need to go here. No, let's let's open another tab. Oh no, I think we can do that later. Let's just have this finish. It's now installing the npm inside the Docker container. So what's happening here is when we execute this, it's the Docker file here, the definition is going to execute this line by line. So first it's gonna pull, if it doesn't exist yet, the node image into my host environment or my local machine, and it will name this as build. Then it's going to set up a working directory inside that image. Yeah, I think so. And then it's going to copy the package.json inside my environment and put it on this app here in the Docker image, or yeah, I think Docker image. And then it's going to run npm install the Angular CLI inside our Docker image, and then it's going to npm install this uh, the definition and the Docker and the package at JSON. And then after that, so these are gonna be like layers. So the layers will be cached in the Docker, so that when you have new changes and then you run the Docker build again, this is not gonna be executed again, but only those that are changed like in the files. So it's going to copy everything. So we need to also Docker ignore our node modules here. It's good that yeah, I think that's why it takes so much time to copy, because we didn't Docker ignore our node modules, and it's quite a lot. Yeah, we have to do that. Yeah, I think let's just let this finish first. Yeah, okay, sad to say we have to do it. Oh no, I think we can just skip it. So just keep in mind to Docker ignore node modules here like this. You're gonna same with get ignore, you can do a Docker ignore, and then you need to ignore your node modules like that. And you can also ignore Docker ignore your VS Code and your that Angular. I guess, yeah, what is that Angular? I didn't know what's Webpack, but Bill. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, we can try to Docker ignore that, and we can also Docker ignore our Docker file .prod, because we don't need that inside the Docker in the Docker image. And what else? The README, we can Docker ignore that. And how do we have to do it like this? I don't know. Okay, so okay, we can. So we already have our Docker image here. We should have our Docker image already, and then we can check if it exists. Docker images, and it didn't, because as you can see here in the output, copy failed. Yeah, so we just copy and pasted our NGINX. No, we copy and pasted our Docker file here, and this doesn't exist yet. So we're gonna replace this with um, NGV. That is the name of our application. So if once we have this build, it's going to be saved inside a dist folder with the name of the project NGV. Then it's going to copy it inside our Docker container with the which has NGINX in it. Yeah, so here we're pulling an NGINX image, and then we're going to copy our NGINX config here and put it inside NGINX etc nginx config inside its image. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm using the right terms here, but yeah, just bear in mind. Okay, so and then we're going to copy whatever is from this build here, from this stage here, the build. This will produce a dist folder with our project, and then it's going to copy it into a directory called USR shared nginx and HTML. So that is the nginx directory. And then, so because it failed, we need to run again. And because we have this already cached, so it's not going to pull everything again and then do the npm install again, because it's already cached. So it just needs to run the thing that was updated. So this one here, the nginx. Okay, so all right, so it's successful. So if we just docker image prawn here, so that our Docker images table will get cleaned. and Docker images. So yeah, we still have other thing that is running. We can remove those exited Docker rm Docker ps a, and I forgot what's the a, but we can do the filter status exited, then dash q. I'm not sure what's the dash q. Okay, so when we run PSA again, we have a clean containers. We don't have any containers running. And if we Docker images again, we still have those trashes there. We can try to Docker image prone again, if we can remove that, and Docker images again. So we have a clean list now. We don't have any those none things. Okay, so this is the Docker image that we built, abvx. So we can try to run it without volume first. Docker run detach publish it to 3200, and then this is port 80 for NGINX, and then we're gonna name this as VX, and then what else? Name. Okay, so our image. So our image is VX. So I think that's it. Let's run. Okay, it's now running, and if we check the browser here, let's go to for 3200. So we have it, our JSON files here being displayed. JSON here is that JSON. We have Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Earth. Okay, so we have that. Now we don't know how to update this outside the container. So that's where, because if you're going to just add this here, say 5, and then name is equals to say Jupiter. If we refresh this, so it won't get updated because this is already inside the Docker container, and we updated the source code which is in the host. So we need to find a way how to make the this Docker container read the data in the host. So that is where the Docker volume comes in. So we need to first remove our VX here, and then we check our Docker containers. Nothing is running, and yeah, we need to. Okay, so we need to set the volume to point in this directory first, but later we're gonna point it somewhere outside um, our source code, because yeah, we might just put it on a single directory where everybody can share all the Docker volumes. So now we're going to run again. Docker run detach publish 3200 port 80 for NGINX, and then the name is VX, and then we're going to use the Docker image VX VX, and then the volume here will be the directory that we are currently on, this VX here, in GV, and then we're going to be inside the SRC. Next to SRC is assets. Next to assets is JSON, and then yeah, I think that's it. Okay, and then in the yeah, I think I need to show you first. Oh, let's save this for now. Let's save. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, what happened? Somebody hacked my computer again. Uh, the the internet, the internet get lost. So we need to save this somewhere first. Our command, and then yeah, we need to take a look where the file directory inside the VX. So ABVX. So yeah, let's try to run it without the volume for now, and then we're going to docker exec it, and then the name of our container, and then you were gonna use bash. Then let's see where the NGINX saves it. So if we go here, it's gonna be the NGINX is gonna be in USR share NGINX HTML. So we're gonna go there, user share NGINX HTML. So that is where the location of our um, of our project. So if you can see here the files, this is this one here, the files of this ngv-v is copied into this directory. So that is where we're going to save our file. We're going to sync with our host. So we're going to now exit this, and then docker rm the vx to remove the container, and then let's do a docker run again, docker run detach port publish to 320080 name vx, and then abvx, and then the volume would be then the be the current directory, src, then yeah, src, then assets, and then json, and then in the nginx part we're going to save it in usr share nginx html, and then assets. Oh no, yeah, is it assets? Yeah, assets, and then yeah, json. So yeah, okay, so we're gonna, yeah, we can use that. Okay, so once we run that, okay, so we can now check our docker container, docker run, docker exec it, um, the vx, and then bash. Oh, it's not running. Oh yeah, why is it not running? So we can check docker container logs vx exec v. What? Exec v not found. Why? Maybe because we have, alright, it's correct. SRC assets JSON. What else did we miss? VX name. Um, V not found. Okay, so again, docker vx, and then let's execute this without v, then docker exec it vx bash, and then sir share engine. Sub assets of JSON. Yeah, it should be correct. Docker run again. DNVX VX. Oh shit. What did I do wrong here? Should I use this instead? Nope. I think you need to put this here at the last, maybe. Oh, yeah, you need to put the image last. So, if we refresh this, we're now going to see Jupyter, which we didn't have because why? We didn't save this? No? Did we build it? I think we didn't rebuild. Okay, so exec, so need to docker build t for tag ab vx for the tag, then file is the docker file prod. This one we need to rebuild. Yeah, do we have to rebuild? I think we don't need to rebuild. Why do we have to rebuild? usually dead of winter. Do you always feel you never walking? Ping Google.com. Do we have a ping? No, we don't have a ping. Yeah, we do have a ping. Come on. Come on. And why did it reinstall? We didn't update anything here in the prod, in the Docker file. I maybe because of the Docker ignore. Can we later? You always feel you're never walking. All it feels is touch the ground. All it feels when you don't forget it. I know the honest person I know. But the wind won't blow. Always feel you're never walking. Only feel touch the. What is the latest node image available? You can search that node Docker image. Okay, can we search for the tags? So the latest is where is it? Where is it? Is it the tag or the version? Should be the tag, right? Alpine. Sixteen. We're using 16.18.0, which is 16.18.0 is not here. Should be able to use the latest one. Next time we'll be using this. Heading in nowhere. Heading in nowhere. So that we don't have this complaint here. Alright, so next time You always feel you're never walking. I feel a touch the ground. Try to live, but you over candy. Na 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 da 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 da. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Alright, so it was successful. We're going to check our Docker images, and then you're now ready to run the Docker volume if it's but before that we're going to save this here so that next time we run our our Docker or we're build, we already have the latest one. So now so now we're going to Docker run detach 8200 port 80, name is VX. Using the container, using the image ABVX, and then we're gonna set up our volume, which is going to be inside the current directory assets. Oh, src assets, then JSON here, and then we're gonna point it to USR share NGINX. Is that correct? USR share NGINX HTML assets, then JSON. Right. And then we will. I'm not sure if we're gonna, or we can just omit that slash there. Let's see. It's already in use, so we need to first remove that, and then we're going to docker exec it vx bash, and then all right, it's running. Okay, so let's refresh this one here again, and it's not working. Why is it not working? Docker psa, did it accept? No. Oh, 3200. Yeah, 3200. Why is it not working? Docker exec itvx bash. So if we go to usr share nginx html, oh, we have that. cd assets. Oh, why is it that there's no JSON here? Yeah, maybe we have to put it as a directory. So let's exit this docker rmfvx, and then on our docker run, we put that slash there, right? And then run again, and then No. Docker rm fvx again. Then let's run this without the volume. abvx. Hey, why is it not running? Touch 1320. Okay, Docker rm fvx. Okay, it should be port 80. Right, so we should have this running now. Okay, so we have Jupyter. If we change this one here, so let's rearrange this so that Mars is going to be after Earth, and then we're going to change the ID here to fourth planet. If we refresh, it didn't update. Why? That is what we're going to check now. We're going to docker exec it vx bash, and then user share NGINX HTML assets JSON. Where's my data.json? Why is it not here? You gonna live and you upper can. Does it mean that I need to, if I had a data here, I need to build it. That's why. That's the difference between a file that is run in an HTTP compared to like imported as a JSON. So let's try. Let's create a service here. NG is planets service planets. Okay, so that planets. But first, we will want to import our HTTP Angular common HTTP and the HTTP client module here. Then import that, and then here get. We need to put a get here. Then private HTTP client. Then return this that HTTP that get. Then our local host. No, what is our IP address here? This is our IP. HTTP our IP, and then let's go for assets JSON, then data.json, and if we try to access that here, there's none, because I don't know where. I really don't know by now, but we can try this one first. Assets JSON. Okay, and then here in our observable, in our component, we're going to Call that planets service, planet service. So we just created, and then put that in here, get subscribe results. We'll console.log our planets for the HTTP, and then we're going to exit this. Then we're going to Docker build again. This may take a while. We can commit this here. Out. And it says that connection timeout. It's timeout. Why did it time out? Because my internet connection is garbage. Okay, let's switch to a different ISP. Okay, so let's ping again. Okay, so let's try to build our Docker image again. This functionality has been moved to npm CLI /fs. What is that? So it's still complaining about available npm, and we are already using this latest one here. So I'm not sure why is it still complaining. Maybe we can install it in the Docker file. Okay, so next time we run the Docker file, yeah, we will install this one, this latest one here. Well, we don't want to interrupt while it runs. I know this person. I know. Package are looking for funding. Run npm fund for details. Detected old numbered will not enter LTS status and should not be used for production. Okay. Okay. Now we have more warnings because we're using the Alpine. Um, Add numbers. Add, yeah, I think this is add number. Yeah. Okay, so we have that finished. So now we check our. Yeah, we need to remove that VS here so that we can run a new one. Yeah, this one. Okay, so docker exec it vx bash. Okay, so we have Jupyter and our console log here. We don't have a console log. Um, it's not able to find it. And why is it not able to find it? We now need to docker exec it again to vx and then bash. Need to check the user, share, NGINX, HTML, assets, JSON. And again, it's empty. Why is it empty? Okay, so let's rmf vx again. So we'll try to like that. It works. Should be the correct directory, right? So first, yeah, let's try without the vx again and see. Try to see again what is inside docker exec itvx bash. Let's go to user, share, nginx, html. So we have assets. Let's go inside assets. We should have JSON. Then under JSON, we should have the data.json. Okay, so why is it not getting updated when we do the docker volume? Okay, so here we go to src, we go to assets, we go to JSON. So if we do that, so just have used this. Okay. Why? Okay, let's try srmfvx and docker run. Oh shit. Damn. Why? Why? Maybe because, no, why? Our Docker ignore. How's our Docker ignore here? You have a Docker ignore. Yeah, why? 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 Current directory. Current directory. src assets. src assets. JSON. Why? All right. You're silicon to me. Yes, I'm on the bed. Almost followed it. It's in run and TV. There's such a gray in the sea. We don't have to stay friends. Let's pretend to the enemy. Yeah, whatever makes you happy. Okay. So how about this? Okay. So this one will not print anything. How about we echo? Okay, so how about this one? Echo. Oh, okay, so nah. Okay, we got it now. We got it. We got it. We got it, folks. We got it, folks. Hey, folks. Okay. Alright, so this should be running by now. Exec it vx bash. Go to user share engine x HTML assets JSON. We should have. Alright. So we have this one here. Okay, so it's now. Why don't we have a console log? Run up and down. Okay, subscribe. Get. We don't have to stay. Yeah, maybe our IP address change. Mm. How about doing a? Yeah, we didn't put a port. Or how about a just a local host 3200? Yeah, we should just have used a local host here. Yeah, we can try that. Up and down, yeah, whatever makes you happy, yeah. Localhost 3200. Okay, so let's rebuild again. And by the way, in our we need to install a new, yeah, the new npm that keeps on complaining about, to remove this. Right, so copy that, put that in our npm here, run npm install global, then 8, 19, and 3, and then here we exit docker rmf fvx. All right, and then where's our docker build? Docker build. It's faster to type docker build tag abvx to file docker prod, and then here. So it's going to install the npm where it keeps on asking about the npm, and then we're going to install the CLI. And now what's this? npm more deprecated npm CLI file. This function has to move to npm CLI fs. So how do we fix that? Yeah, whatever makes you happy. Yeah, whatever makes you beautiful. Yeah, never makes you satisfied. At a time. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Oh, da, da, da. How do we fix this? It's been moved to npm. So, yeah. How do we fix that? By doing a Google npm cli. Yeah, we need to use the latest version with the even number. Okay, we have a successful one now. The Docker PSA, we don't have anything, so Docker run. This is the final victory run. AT, and then npx ppx, and then from the image abvx, and then the volume would be current directory, src assets json, and then into user share NGINX and NGINX HTML assets JSON. All right. Okay. Then we will docker exec itvx bash. Go to user share nginx html assets json. All right, we still have it. All right, so we go to our this one here. Okay, and then we have the array here. Okay, so now we want to change our file here. Assets json data.json. We want to complete. No, we want to complete first. We want to add a 6 here for Saturn. And if we refresh this, we still have Jupiter, and it didn't update. So our volume didn't work. Okay, so now the HTTPS worked, but our import didn't work. So that's it. If we need to make our Angular application configurable, we will not use um, we will not use import here like this, because this will needs to get built every time we want it to get reflected in our application. So instead we want to use the HTTP, which is going to just call the asset separately in an HTTP call. And so the one that I used before is the correct one, where I use HTTP call instead of importing it. So if you want to complete this, Saturn, Uranus, and then here Neptune. So we have completed list here, and here is not. So if we So if we use that here instead, so this that planets is equals to the result of right. So we got that. If we rebuild docker build tab vx, let's pretend to the enemy, yeah. Whatever makes you happy. Okay, what is the error that it's complaining? So maybe we need to have it like that. Uh, Whatever makes you happy, yeah. Whatever makes you beautiful, yeah. All right. Docker rmrf x and then docker run. All right. So, all right. Now we have it. So if you want to add um, Pluto as the last planet, which is, I'm not sure if it's still true. Yeah, we have Pluto now. Now we want to um, if you want to put the volume here outside the code, and then can we still do it? So so if we do that, we can get the directory of this one here, copy that, and then let's go inside this one here, and then vx. Okay, so when we run this one here, so instead of that, um, okay, we're gonna paste this here, and then here in the JSON we're gonna put our ngv here, so like that. So if we docker exec itvx bash We go inside user share NGINX HTML assets JSON. Eh, oh. Oh, no. Oh, what happened? Uh, that's not what we want. Alright, exec docker rm fvx. So docker volume. Um, where is it? There'll be echo. Volumes, not docker volumes, and then ngv. Right, so docker exec itvx bash, and then share nginx html assets json. Right, and that is because we still have to copy this and put this in um, so we need to copy cp src assets json into above this is volumes ngv sudo so if you move up, go to docker volume, go to volumes ngv, should have data.json. All right, so now we can docker psa docker rm fvx, then docker run dp. Oh no, we already have it running, but why did I where are we right now? All right, so here, okay, so we have it running, and if we okay, so now instead of updating the code, we want to update that from here, so the JSON here. So we have a 10 here, say planet X. Alright. Right, so planet X should appear here. Nice. Alright, so that's it. That's the summary of our Docker volume experiment. That takes some time, but yeah. Okay. Right, cool. Thanks. And bye.